be. He's looking at when you would reach normal retirement age. So some people would be 62 and 20, some would be rule of 88, some would be 65, etc. And to do an equal comparison for DMTRS, we need to pull that equal age of when they're retiring. So it's not that we're saying the DMTRS participant is 55, but if they're under IPERS, they have to work till 62. So that is slowing down things just a little bit in reference, because the actuary doesn't have that for everybody, you know, to match IPERS. So we're going to have to individually do that for each person. So just an update, that's going to slow it down a little bit, but that's where we're at, and hopefully we'll get on track here again quickly. And that's really all I have for an update.
So when you think slowed down, Kathy, are you thinking that it may be 2 additional weeks? Because the original thought was that maybe next week there would be something, a model. Are you thinking now it may be 2 weeks at least?
I've seen a real skeletal model, and there's still a model, but as far as the comparison for DMTRS, that's the slow piece. And we have to go through and individually do 150 of those calculations to get that. So depending upon my staff's time and availability, it will determine how quickly we can get that out. I would say, Blake, my goal is a week to 2 weeks maximum to do that. But other than that, there really isn't any, you know, much else to update on. He's working on it. I think he's on the right track. Again, he's making it so we will have the flexibility as, you know, we're working through this model to change variables and do different things. So
I started recording while you were talking, Kathy, because I realized that we didn't start the recording. So just to summarize, for if in case it got cut off at the beginning, what you're saying is that they're doing a comparison right now, trying to create a model where we compare the rule of 88, which is an IPERS, to DMTRS plan, because ours don't line up the same because we don't have the rule of 88. Is that correct?
I would say normal retirement age under IPERS to whatever that age then aligns with DMTRS. So normal retirement age in IPERS is defined as either the rule of 88, age 62 and 20, or age 65. So whichever one of those scenarios falls true, then doing the same on the DMTRS side. And again, that's just to kind of gauge so we can understand the gap a little bit and then work towards that income replacement levels.
Great, thank you.
Are there any updates on, we were going to send out, I'm going to call it the mailer, the postcard, whatever we called, any updates on that?
No, I haven't gotten that done yet. We started to talk about how to do it, and then we started to talk about, do we need more than just a postcard? Because what I think I need to get out to the retirees is, again, instructions on how to access board docs, because that's where everything is posted, and that's the most timely piece of communication. And that those instructions are more than will fit on a postcard. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking a full mailer to all retirees with that information, and then maybe a postcard for them to return to us with their email address, or even just an email address for them to send back to us. If I set up an email address, it would be like an @DMTRS or something, so they could just send us their email address, and that way we can track them. Couple concerns with getting emails is that if I don't get them for all the retirees, it makes communication still just as difficult, because then I have to every time go, okay, well, I've got them for these people, so I don't need to send them something in the mail, but I have to send these people. So it's almost easier to do all or nothing. And I don't know that we're ever going to get to an all email, but it's nice to have them for our purposes in case we need to get something out quickly, and at least those who are provided would get that information. But it's not a fail-safe for everyone to get the information.
I don't know if this is helpful or not, but if we wanted people to be able to access the board docs, and it's hard to get to because of the website name is very long. We could send people just a QR code link, and they could take their phone, take a picture of it, and it will take them right to that spot if they have a smartphone.
That's
People
a good
do it in
idea.
restaurants. They get their menus that way. It's becoming much more common for sharing, especially real long, complicated things you wouldn't want to type in. And that way you can send it as a postcard. Everyone could still use their phone. If they don't have a smartphone, it won't do them a bit of good. But it's just an idea. QR codes seem to be something that would be very helpful for most people. And if they didn't know how to use the QR code, because maybe they haven't gone to restaurants the past couple of years, that's a real thing. Even if we just said, take a picture of this with your smartphone and it will take you to the board docs.
Yeah, I
Then
like that.
we'll know what to do.
And I think even the more things that we can get out, send us your email. Here's how you get to board docs if you want to type it in yourself. Here's a QR code, multiple things that at least we've given them some different options for trying to reach them versus right now. If somebody tells me we're going to have a meeting in a week, I have no way to get that information to retirees because there's no way it's going to be printed, labeled, stuffed, and mailed and make it there. So that's where we're at. But that's my updates for today. Any questions from anybody? All right. Record time. Write this down, 7 minutes, and we're done. Brad, that's a challenge for you for the next meeting.
Ruthless efficiency.
Since you said that, we really should talk about A, B, C through Z on the. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't you have a game you need to officiate?
I do, yeah, in 6 minutes. They actually just hit the horn, so I was like, I got 6 minutes until I got to run out of here and go officiate.
Okay.
I couldn't see the whole thing. I wasn't sure if that was like just an adventurous decision you made or if that was a referee.
No, this is sort of one of those things that comes back every so often and haunts me from college. Is like, oh yeah, he officiated. We don't have officials tonight, so I'm the next in line. I don't mind doing it. It's okay doing it here at home, but officiating in general is one of the worst jobs anywhere because everybody's in the NBA and I don't know what I'm doing, and obviously I'm blind, and I'm like, well, I do have glasses, so you're right.
Over the back. It's not a foul.
For 3 seconds.
I know. Well, and they're 13. And I'm like, if I call everything, we will spend the next 4 hours on the free throw line watching every kid make 1 out of 20 free throws. So I only do it every so often when we get in a pickle.
Lola, did you have a question?
Just letting you know that I'm very available to help out with whatever you need to get this out to people. I appreciate the options that you have thought of to provide people. I think that's excellent. So I'm available.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
This is retiree contacts, not officiating.
Lola, you're on. Get your zebra on.
I got a whistle.
And I think, Kathy, and I don't want to put pressure, but I mean, if we can get whatever is the form, and if you need to call, a 4 o'clock gathering somewhere, and anybody who's free can stick stickers on or whatever we need to do, I think all of us are willing to help when we can.
I'm fast. I'm good.
I just got an email from Mike. It just popped into my inbox and said, he had a call with Larry today, and he thinks he has the information that he needs from DMTRS for IPER's normal retirement age. So that's a big bonus. Mm-hmm. So I guess my staff doesn't have to do all 150 of those calculations, which I find very good. So.
All right, everybody. Wish me luck. See you later.
All right.
Have
Thanks,
fun.
everybody. Talk to you next week.
Yes.
Good luck.
Bye.